What's up, guys? Team Blind MST here. We got Eric. He just made the A team of Wonderworld by winning the whole OTS day with what?
Mermails.
In there. Let's do it.
I went undefeated too.
Undefeated. How many Shadalls did you beat?
3.
In there. Let's go.
How many Blackwings did you beat?
That's irrelevant.
I played 1 lead. I decided to play lead today because it's a big beat stick and it gets over Winda mostly. That's pretty much the only reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't play lead. I really went back and forth between this card.
Milled it.
At the end of the day, it was really good.
Maybe discard a Scarm.
Yeah. And then 1 Megalo. 3 Teus, probably the best one. Open with that a lot, so really good. 3 Pike, which are super now. Pretty sweet.
In there.
Only 2 Lin, because 3 gets cloggy, and I don't ever want to see multiple Lins.
I've seen people switch to 2.
Yeah, 2's a lot better. It's really, especially against Shadalls, you only want to function is summon it, crash, and get like lead or Megalo.
Right.
Beat over the window. So 3 really isn't necessary, and I never missed the 3rd one. And 1 gunned, and I teched 1 Hild, and it was amazing because the lead and the Megalo or other things can clog so much that you want to get it out of your hand. And there's derby combos with Undyne sending this special lead from your hand. It's so good. I don't see any Mermail players playing this at the moment, but I would highly recommend it because it gives you like an extra summon if you have Undyne and Pike in hand, and you can find a way to send it. Like you can summon Undyne, send this to the grave as cost, and you can summon the Pike from your hand, which will trigger the Pike's effect. So it gets you both less cloggy hands. I really like it. And it puts more damage on board too. And then 2 Undyne and the 2 Controller. I only opened double Controller once, and yeah, I lost that game obviously, but it's still really good. For the Atlanteans, I just played Dragoons, 2 Marksmen, and 1 Infantry. And I don't want to play multiple Infantry because it doesn't out Winda, or everything floats now, so destroying stuff on the field that's face up really isn't that big a deal. This is actually just in here for vanities, if anything.
That's real. How many monsters?
23.
23.
1 Aqua Spirit.
Oh.
I was playing multiple Aqua Spirits and I went back and forth between that. So this just helps making rank 4s because you can't normal summon Pike twice. Or, you know, Soul Charge, other than this, is really the only way to make rank 4s besides Sphere. And it gets awkward. So this helps a lot with making rank 4s and puts more damage on board too if you're going for an OTK. And then Title. This got bottomless today. It made me really sad. And then 1 Gores. This is going to actually be a Regeki when it becomes legal. I don't want to cut this because it was really good today. But at the same time, the Regeki's is so good in this deck, I need to play it. And there's nothing else I want to cut. And that's it for the monsters. And the spells, I played triple upstart for speed. It worked. I opened this a couple of times and it always got me to my OTK pieces. Even though I put my opponent at 11,000 one time, I still was able to OTK with it. So I still like the upstart.
Patrick Hoban got you there.
Yep. And then Allure. And I had this in my hand in top 2. I had nothing else but this and like awkward plays. I drew Undyne for turn and he warninged it, so I lost that game. And 2 MSTs because everybody's playing 3 vanities or multiple vanities or just random floodgates in their main deck. I can't deal with them. This is a really easy way to get rid of that, and it was really good. And 1 Soul Charge. This is kind of testing for the next format, and I never felt like I needed a second one, so it was really good. Plus, I top decked it against Dan and won. And then Mind Control. This was attacked because I was having problem getting over things like the Telenite XYZ, where when I kill it, it would just bring more stuff out. Or Construct. I couldn't get over things to get to an OTK. This helped a lot, and yeah, I took somebody's Construct and then OTK'd with it.
Oh, God.
Not attacking with Construct, obviously, but just getting stuff out of the way. And then I played 1 Salvage because I was having trouble with things to pitch. I'd always run out of things to pitch. And I didn't want to play more Atlanteans or more Mermails, stuff like another Hild or something, because it just would clog and they're horrible cards on their own. So I played Salvage instead just to recycle them. And then for the traps, I think that's 7 spells? Like that. No, it's 9 spells. The traps, I played Triple Sphere because it gets you to that big beat stick to get over Winda and other things. And doing this in the end phase when you have a marksman in your hand, I guess the opponent's main phase too, is just another outed back row. So Double Breakthrough. And this was really good. I kind of wanted to switch it to Fiendish Chain, but I didn't at the last minute.
Breakthrough's better.
Yeah, Breakthrough was much better. Only one Wing Blast. And there's a couple things that get their effects when I use this, like Gunned and Hilled, or even pitching the controllers. I just don't care. But I don't like multiples, because then I just run out of resources too quickly, even though it's really good. Compulse and Warning. And that's it for the main deck.
Extra deck?
Yep, extra deck. Pretty much the same as before, just playing the 2 Synchros and Black Rose, which I never made, and Leo, which I made a lot. Actually, yeah, I did went really hard. Round 1, I was playing a mirror match, and he made Leo. I had to make Gaios to stall before I could make my own Leo and then crash them. That was the only way I can get over his Leo. So that's how hard Leo is. You can only get over it with another Leo. For rank 3s, I only played Engineer and Alucard. This is the only 2 rank 3s I ever wanted to make. Because there's really not that many times that I can or want to go into a rank 3, but these are the 2 best ones for it. This really mostly off a Soul Charge. You can make this next to a Gaios or a Dweller. It's really good. For the rank 4s, I played Rhapsody and Berserk. I never made it, but it's in there as an option. So I was playing Double Dweller, but the second Dweller didn't come up as often as I thought it would. Cowboy, never made it. Didn't need to. I'm Mermails. I don't need to burn for games. Only 1 Dweller. Actually, never made this today either.
You made it against me.
Right. Oh, did I make it?
Yeah, you made it against
me. I made
me.
it once, and that's the only time I remember making it. Digester Emerald. I never made this today, but I thought about it. Laval Chain. I never made this today either, but it's in past times has been really useful for getting the title in the grave, or even sending a hill so you can special something from your hand. It's really good. So I highly recommend playing it. I wasn't playing it for the longest time, but ever since I started playing it, it's been really good. Exciton, I never made it, but blowing up the board is still really good. Castel, surprisingly, I never made this either. I thought I would be making this a lot. Stuff like Shadal's. Or, no, I'm sorry, I made this once to try and shuffle something back in the deck, but you changed like Compulse, something I don't remember. And then 101, I made this a couple times. This is really good, especially after a Soul Charge, because if you have a Dragoons attached to it, it will actually get its effect, because 101's a water monster. And then one of each of the 7s. That's really all you need. And the only one I made today was Gaios and Big Eye. I didn't make any Dragosack at all, which is surprising. Side deck, I played Triple Max C, and I always side out the upstarts for this. Because this just gets you to, especially if I'm keeping Gores, and this gets you to pieces faster. And turn 1 where you're not going first, it's better than Upstart, because you'll see other cards you might want to see while your opponent's taking their first turn like this. I sided this in a lot today, but I unfortunately never saw it. But it's still really good. I'm kind of testing it out. I don't know if I'm going to cut it or keep it yet, but we'll see. And then triple Encore, because I lose to Evil Swarms. It's really I never played them, but I lose to them and I want to be ready for them. Like that's the only thing I would side this in for. The third MST, which I honestly never, I sided in once or twice, and I never really needed it, and I'll tell you at the end of it, because there's played 2 trap stuns, and I like this better than a third MST.
Everyone's liking trap stun.
One time, yeah, everyone's really hyping on trap stun right now, but it is really good. There's one time though I was under a Vanities and I drew into this, and I kind of wish it had been an MST. That cost me a game, but I usually just like 2 MST, maybe 1 to 2 trap stun if I'm going into games 2 and 3. The third MST is really in there for decks that play lighter back row that don't merit a trap stun, but still do things like Vanities or Skill Drain, where I might need the MST. And then the MVP of the side deck, Triple Shadow Mirror.
In there.
Because like I said, I faced 3 Shadals today, and every time I won, this was face up.
What about Blackwings?
Oh, I don't need to side this in for Blackwings, since you said Skill Drains.
Well, that's the deck profile, guys. Eric went hard, 1 OTS day, made to A-team. This guy right here, Roberto, he's down to B-team. He didn't make it in. Dan got his invite, so did I. Cody also scrubbed out. Show us that OTS, man, one more time. Get those mute. There it is. All right, guys, we'll have the top 4 Blackwing and Burning Abyss deck up soon.